we're kind of off sync, but it's cool. Yo, what's up, guys? It's your man Coze back at it again. I got my boys over here. Today we're gonna be having a little mukbang, and we're gonna just basically talk to you guys about our experience for college, and should you even go to college? Is it worth it? And just go from there. So let's get started. Got Amir over here. Yo. We got my boy Alan over here, and we're about to Broward County. So we're about to just take over. So I always tell you, get cozy because you're watching Coze. But yeah, so let's get started. Do you guys feel like college has been something that's actually helped you guys from when you started to when you guys graduated, or like for the amount of time that you've been going? Do you think it actually benefited you guys?
I'm gonna let Alan talk first, and I'll piggyback off what he said. What you think, homie?
Well, you realize that college is not a race.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
It's not for everybody. All I can say is like, don't follow everyone else. Just like take your time with it.
True.
Trade school is a good option. You don't have to like follow what everybody else is doing.
Yeah, people forget that there's other options.
Yeah.
Besides it.
It's very important.
That's true.
If you can make good money without it, trust me, you'll be better off. Because I know some, not to be myself, I know some girls and stuff who are like art majors and all that stuff. And then they get out there. And yeah, it's beautiful to follow your craft. But if you don't have a way to make money off of it, and you're carrying all that debt, especially if mommy and daddy aren't rich, you're going to be in trouble. Like,
that's true. That's a good point, because I've seen people that have graduated, and I see them now, and they're like, yo, bro, what's up? I'm like, hey, man, what you doing? He's like, nothing much, man. I'm just over here working at Target. I'm like, bro.
So you went to school for freaking mechanical engineering. What do you mean you're working at Target?
He was doing, he was actually doing sports medicine, though, which is weird because you can actually find jobs from, like, by doing that. But, hey, I don't know. Don't pressure yourself and try to rush into going. Like, don't force yourself because your parents are telling you, oh, yeah, you got to go to college and go get a degree because once you have a degree, you'll be set. No. It depends on what you're going for. Like, if you're doing nursing, for instance, go to school for that. Like, for real.
That's true. Mm-hmm. Because, like, I'm always a person who thinks you should listen to your parents. But I don't know if y'all ever read Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Hey. We're in a different generation compared to them. Like, they were the last of, like, the industrial, right generation. We're the technology generation. There's so many different ways. Like, the old path was you go to school or you find a job, and you stick with it, and you reap those benefits later. Mm-hmm. Our generation, people are living way too long now. Not to be messed up.
That's true.
We're not going to have Social Security. So you go into a job where you're thinking all these benefits can be good. Yeah, the benefits are nice, but are you really going to be guaranteed all those benefits by the time you retire?
And are you going to stay there? Because our generation, it shows that we tend to hopscotch around. Like, we can't stay in one place. Not necessarily a bad thing, but it's something that's definitely different.
The phones give us ADHD.
And hey, if y'all didn't watch that distraction video I told you about that I freaking edited and made, go check it out. Some intense stuff right there. The phones are actually pretty crazy. But yeah, I would definitely say that our generation, we don't have to get one job and stay tied down to it and like that's it for us. There's so many different ways for us to make income. We can make passive income and just grow ourselves and do what we really love, as well as being creative and stuff like that. So,
and they may not only be, YouTube, Patreon, Twitch, OF. I don't think you're able to say their actual, word on here. You don't want to get demonetized enough. But there's other things besides that. You can go into digital marketing, make that, have that on the side. If you get really set, you can make up to $100 an hour off of digital marketing. And you can go from there. I have a buddy who's doing it now. And then you can have your other job too. You're set. Just like that. Because you're going to need more than one source of income. Because money's good, but your most valuable resource is your time. I'm telling you that right now.
Yo, I don't want this to turn into a different mukbang topic, because you already got me hyped with that topic of time. Stay tuned for that. But yeah, for real, college is something that I think you should think about before you just run into it. Okay, it's fun. Obviously, the parties, the girls, the events, the clubs, the dances, just like the whole aspect of leaving your parents' house for the first time and all that.
That freedom.
But would you say that if you can go back in time, would you have gone immediately to college? Knowing what you know now and knowing that college isn't going anywhere, would you have gone?
The field that I'm going into now with the real estate and mortgage, you technically don't need anything besides was a high school GED degree or whatever. But I must say that I learned a lot more about people when I went there. Because before I went to college, well, I was just a nerdy dude, didn't do much, you know. And then I come back from college, and people are like, "Oh, you're like a totally different person."
Yeah, true.
You really find out who you really are in college.
Yeah, to a certain extent, and that helps build that foundation.
So it may not be good for your job sometimes, because a lot of people go to school and then they come back out and they don't get a job in that field. But you do understand people a lot more.
And what did you go to school for?
Communications. I started off with finance, went to communications, and then ended up somewhat in the finance field with mortgage and real estate.
Yeah, so it kind of works out for him because he's still talking to people. He's still working with people in the real estate business. So it's definitely something that's good for sure. But other people aren't always that lucky. I'm just gonna say that.
No, yeah, I definitely got lucky. My parents were sort of set, you know, immigrants, hard workers, but they definitely worked their. I was about to say they worked their booties off.
Their booties off. So, I mean, if you can just say it, and I'll just mute it
to get where they are now. You know what I'm saying?
But what is the one thing that you regret about going to the college? Like, what would that be for both of you guys?
Okay.
Well, while y'all thinking, I'm gonna tell you mine because mine is studying too much. The one thing I regret about going to college is that if you don't know, I'm a nerd. I'm sorry, I'm a nerd. Actually, I'm not sorry, I'm a nerd. And I studied my ass off, yo. I really studied nonstop. I would study for 7 hours, 8 hours, and people be like, "Yo, man, you want to hang out?" And I would not hang out at all until the later years of college. That's when I did start doing it.
Nice.
Yeah, but if I can go back in time, the one thing that I regret is that I studied way too much, and they just gave me too much busy work. Like, some of the work that I had to do wasn't even necessary for the class. I would just do it.
Yep. I'm not holding up a Crip sign, but C's get degrees. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying?
It's true, though.
You need to find a way to allocate your time properly. Yes, you go into to do your schoolwork, go to the library, stuff like that. That ends up benefiting you.
Yeah.
But if you don't have those connections, that's what college really is. Connections. Like, people make fun of those frat boys and sorority chicks. Yeah, they spend a lot of money to do that, and sometimes they don't really think about it.
Yeah.
But the people who do take advantage of it, they go really well. Like, because you say, "Oh, I'm part of Phi. I was a Phi Del. I was a Pike.
Phi Sigma.
I was Tri-Del. You know, all that type of stuff. You know, the girls. They're like, you know, Tri-Del, all that stuff.
Tri-Del.
And
yeah.
But you say that, and somebody who went to school all the way across the country but was in the same sorority or fraternity may be like, "I'll give you that extra chance because we're in the same thing." Like, life ain't fair, you know. Connections beat it. You know, just to be honest, I know people who aren't qualified, but they know people and they'll get in right away. So the benefits of communication and connections. Now that's where I think college does benefit you.
But what would you have to say, Alan?
If you're coming straight out of high school and you know you're a senior, you're ready to be done with school.
Yeah.
You know, you're feeling that senioritis. If you don't have your priorities set straight and you go right into college and you're not focused, you're not gonna do well. You're really not.
That's true.
If you're thinking about, oh man, these college girls, and you're not really focusing on your classes, you're gonna fuck up. You're gonna fuck up. Literally.
That's straight fact.
You gotta focus. That's no joke, bro. I mean, if you wanna like focus on like, you know, just living life, you know, girls and all that shit. Or if you're a girl, you want to, you know,
Explore.
Don't go in the store right away.
Hey, you might get monetized.
Take a little break. I'll just ain't going anywhere. Take a break.
Yeah, if you have to, do that. Because I went to Florida State. Top 3 party school in the country. I've seen people, maybe, I'm not even going to lie, 25% of my high school went to Florida State. And most people who were partying hard and weren't paying attention to their classes had to leave and come back down here. Because they just weren't focused. They're like, I can't focus. I'm getting invited out to parties Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So there's even parties on Sunday sometimes. So
on Sunday,
you know,
the Lord's Day.
Yeah, the same.
Well, Saturday and Sunday, but yeah, frig.
So people will sometimes take on too much than they can handle, and they pile up their plate too high. That's one thing I must say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, college is.
Oh, one thing. Oh, you did ask. What was one thing I regret that I, like about college or whatever was not joining much clubs.
Yeah,
clubs were fun. Like I joined clubs senior year and made some friends here and there.
that film club, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, that was cool.
it opens up. You know, you're able to go do little stuff, and some of these clubs have big trips where you all chip in and you go travel to different places like Costa Rica and all
Experience
that
of a lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. It's definitely true.
Like, think about that. 20 young adults going to one hotel sounds like a blast to me.
Yeah, my regret was procrastination. It's not like high school. You can't just push an assignment back. You do that, it's just going to pile up on you.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Yeah, I would definitely say that college is definitely a cash crop, though.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
They milk you for everything.
A textbook could be $600, and the professor will tell you to. Yo, some of these professors are so messed up. I'll tell you.
I think they sign deals on the low.
I think they do, because even some of them are authors of the book, so they'll be like, "Oh yeah, just buy my book." I'm like, "Okay, how much is it?" "Oh, just $500." "Oh, okay, $500 for the book." And guess what? We don't even use it. When I'm tutoring the class, and I'm sharing with them what I like, my notes and stuff like that, and like helping us all pass the final, none of it comes from the book. Nope. It all comes from the PowerPoints, and it all comes from online.
I hope my mama don't watch this, but I probably only opened up one of the textbooks. And it was my financial accounting class, because that class did kick my butt.
Yeah,
but that's probably the only class I opened up the textbook for.
I would say Actually, I would say the same thing. But I took this like cool the early ages of Chinese civilization class, and it was just like I had to read the book. That book was pretty crazy. It was talking about like how drugs were like the opioids and stuff like that was even at that time. And I was like, damn.
Pro tip: rate my professor. Always do it. You don't want a bad teacher.
Yeah. If you had to give some tips,
you over.
Go on ratemyprofessor.com. Get a check account. That crap will save you. Socratic. Go on Socratic. If you don't know about Socratic,
I don't know about Socratic.
Get on Socratic. You can literally take a picture of the question, of the quiz question, or like the document that you have, and I'll look it up online and find it for you.
Socratic, sponsor my boy.
Yeah, Socratic. What other tips for people that are just getting into college? What would you have to tell them?
Get out there, explore a little bit. Don't settle down too early. If you're gonna get in a relationship, make sure there's some serious trust, because a lot of stuff happens in college.
Yo, I'm just gonna tell you.
I've heard some choo-choos get ran at some parties on people's girls, and I've heard vice versa. You know, we all about equality over here. I've heard some dudes who just, and I'm in awe of the stories that I've heard sometimes.
Oh, where's my head? My chest is getting tight. Jeez.
You'll be surprised at the things you hear and where these things are happening. At your local Dunkin' Donuts bathroom, even. Just letting you know.
For real?
Yes.
Yo.
At your Kohl's, at your Target, your Rooms to Go. You better be careful. You buy a mattress from Rooms to Go, might be already used.
Just please don't say we're shopping is a pleasure.
Publix back? No, I'm messing with you. Publix is good.
Hey, don't judge anyone that goes to college. You're gonna meet people of all age groups. People who realize that college is the only thing they have to fall back on. So you might have people in your classes that are different ages than you, been through different stages of life than you. Don't judge them. Actually speak to them. They might teach you something that
Talk
you don't
about
know.
your smaller college, because
Yeah.
my school didn't really have that big of an age difference. It mostly ranged from 18 to maybe a grad student's PhD, maybe 28 max. But I took a summer class over by him, and I did notice there's people of all ages.
Yeah.
Always.
So how was it? How was your experience going to a community college? What did you learn? What did you experience doing that compared to
Well,
a big college? Like
you got the same education you would get as a regular university.
Of course.
Yeah.
You're gonna see a lot of different age groups. Like I said, like I remember there was a guy who was married. He had children.
Dang.
You know, I was 18. He's probably like 35.
Wow.
It's just normal. Community college is different in the sense it's like no one really wants to be there. You're not gonna get the full college experience there. Yeah, you're just like you're gonna go to class and people are just gonna go home. You're not gonna really make that much friends in community college.
Yeah.
Just be aware of that.
Would you say that they were kind of cold when you were there?
Not necessarily cold, just kind of like focused because people's main goal was to go to a bigger university.
That's true.
You know?
Like there's back in when I was at FSU, one time I took a summer class. I took managerial accounting at TCC, which is a Tallahassee Community College.
So hard.
I'll tell you what. In financial accounting, the first time I took it at FSU, I took it online. If you're not I bombed that class straight up. If you're not good with online classes, if you can't focus on it alone, because I know me, I need a teacher to face to face for me to feel engaged in the class. Once I did it at FSU the second time, I passed. I got a B. I took managerial accounting at TCC and got a 94, and I probably put in half the effort I put in at FSU.
Wow.
So sometimes, if you hear a tough class, like one of my friends, she's taking organic chemistry right now.
Jeez.
And it's kicking her butt. But there might be another college to take it at, or even another university or anything like that, and you can get it an easier time with the class. Tips and tricks.
Yeah. College it's definitely it's a lot. It's something that needs to be discussed more, and it needs to be, younger people or just people in general just need to know about it before they go ahead and do it, because once you get that student aid, you can really mess yourself up with it. I know people that bought cars or at least friggin' put down a down payment with the student aid, and they had to pay for their classes and they couldn't, because it's like, whoa, I have like a couple grand in my bank account. I've never done. Oh my gosh, all this free money. It's not free money. You got to pay it back. So be careful. Don't take out private loans if you don't have to. Make sure that you are trying to get grants. Make sure that you are trying to find scholarships. Because when I tell you, if I can go back in time, I would have tried to fight to get more scholarships, because
I got benefits you can, man. If you're low income, black, white, Asian, whatever.
Yeah, use that to your advantage.
Straight hair, curly hair, brown
curly hair,
green eye,
disabled.
There's a scholarship for you out there. You just have to find it.
Yeah. It's true. You got to use everything to your advantage. Use you being black. Use you being short or tall, or you having that what is it called? I think it's called DECA. I think it's called you being a part. I think it's called DECA, if I'm not mistaken.
Or the CARE program. You're first generation.
Yeah. If you're a part of DECA or first generation, or if you're a part of clubs from high school, some of them will carry over to college, and you can keep on going from there. Toastmasters. There's so many different ones, but yeah, college is something that you definitely got to prepare for. And if you have any questions, of course, go ahead and shoot it in the comments. But
for all you high school dudes and girls out there, some of the AP classes don't transfer over. Just letting you know now.
Yeah.
And if they do, you might have to do like an extra half a semester.
Yeah.
Or so on and so on. The biggest tip I can give you, if you're a young buck and you're trying to come here and have a good time in college, and Miami or Tallahassee, West Virginia, those big party schools, start working out, eat right.
Yeah.
It changes the way people look at you. Your appearance, as messed up as it is, the first thing people know is going to be your face, your body. Mm-hmm. They don't, and they're going to have I know y'all probably heard the halo effect. You see something that looks good, you're going to attribute good values to it. So,
yeah.
If you're looking
good.
you
pulling out the old school. That boy said the halo effect.
If you look good, you'll most likely be treated good.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that right now.
That's true. I've definitely seen that when you get your body right for sure, and when you eat right, not only are you going to start feeling right, but you're going to start thinking in a different way as well. Because what you put, your body's a temple. Corinthians 6:19, if I'm not mistaken. You got to make sure that you're putting good food into your body. So if you're not going to be able to wake up early. You're not going to be able to, after going to work, go to the gym and work out. You're not going to be able to do those extra things. Mm-hmm. It's just good for your psyche overall.
It definitely is a confidence booster. It definitely hormonal, keeps you in check and everything. Because if not, you can lead to depression and all that. Working out, kind of, keeping your best shape.
Yep.
Because even now, I'm postgraduate, but my girlfriend's at FSU. And just going up there now, after I gained 15 pounds, people are just like looking at me completely different. Like the girls
sound kind of different too, boy.
The girls look at you catch them looking, and it's a nice confidence booster. I'm a loyal man. You know Jamaicans, we loyal. But hey, what you giggling over there for? Hey,
black men don't cheat. That's all I'm saying.
Facts across the board.
But keep on going. Sorry to cut you.
Nah, yeah, but it's just people will just treat you differently when you're in shape because I think most people realize that it takes a lot of hard work and it's not a quick even with I'm pure natural. I don't do nothing else. But even people who juice up and all that stuff, people don't realize how much work they put into to get those bodies, and they think it's just you take steroids, sit on the couch, eat your Taco Bell burrito after drinking all night with the boys. And playing 2K till 4 a.m. in the morning and getting 2 hours of sleep before you go to your 9 a.m. class.
Wow, that was very detailed.
It's not how it is, all right? You got to get your sleep. You got to eat right. Get your body right. Boys and girls. Mm-hmm. No matter what. It's good. Because I know there's a point where girls, if you get too unhealthy, too skinny or whatever, your body doesn't regulate right. And that's not healthy too. So
yeah, if you get too skinny or if you get too big, for real. Your body has to do more work and your blood has to flow, pump more blood into the system. Mm-hmm. You're just trying to keep it up.
Don't try to be too big, too small. Just try to be healthy. Whatever is obtainable and you can maintain, do that.
Yeah. You don't want to be built like a mole. You gotta get swole.
Wow, that's a first.
You don't want to be built like a mole.
Hey,
this man speaks like 2 sentences throughout the whole
right?
And he says that.
I don't know what type of lingo that was, rap verse or something.
Hey, you know he a rapper, poet.
Poet slash rapper. But yeah, college it's cool. It's something that you should definitely do. That you could talk about. It ain't going nowhere. You're gonna meet people. You're gonna have connections. You're definitely going to have fun if you want to. You don't have to kill yourself with the classes. You can, honestly, 4 classes isn't even that bad. You can do 6. That's what I usually was doing until I ran out of...
You can split it up. Do your 4 during fall, 4 during spring, and then do half a semester during the summer, or do the full semester, whatever.
Yeah, summer A, B, and C. Kill that quick. But is college the end question? Is college worth going to? I'm going to say no. It's not, because it's more like a vacation. If you want to have fun and stuff like that, go for it. Or if you know that you want to become a doctor, or if you know that you want to be a psych major, or if you want to become a lawyer, go for it. Do it. But if you don't know,
and you're just going because your family wants you to go,
don't go. Please, I'm telling you, you're going to rack up so much debt. It's not even funny. Please, I'm telling you, just don't do it. Take your time. Learn about it before you do it. Be quick to listen and learn about it, and slow to make the decision, and just go from there. Because it is definitely something that is a serious part of your life. if you do it. And if you don't want to do it, good. Don't go for it. Go to a trade school or start building, saving up money, working, and start investing, getting into stocks, and start learning about different ways to make income. Whatever, if you're not going to go to school, apply that time for something else. Apply that pressure for something else because, yo, you can do it. You already know that. I know that you can do it. I'm rooting for you, but you're the only person that can make that next step to make whatever it is happen. If that is go to school, or build yourself, become a high market value person in today's society and go from there. But that's what's going on. Of course, you know, you watching Cozy, so you know, get cozy. I hope you're cozy because we got a whole bunch of crazy stuff coming out. I'm just excited for the future. And I really feel as if this was definitely an important topic to talk about and share other people's perspectives that have already been through it. That way we can just get this conversation going more and, yeah, go from there. So, have yourself a nice day. Check out my other video on distractions, and we just keep it moving from there. We're only going up from here, baby.
Wrap up.
Get swole.
Oh, I think you said wrap up. Wrap up.